The Bully Girl Magazine podcast is your dog-eared audio destination, bookmarking the most compelling tales and insights from the vast canine universe. While we passionately dive in the world of bully breeds, dispelling myths, offering training tips, and discussing breed standards, our scope isn't limited. We cast our net wide to encompass a diverse range of dog breeds, ensuring no tale is left untold. Enhanced by expert interviews and inspiring stories, this podcast is a beacon for responsible ownership and breed education. It's where bully breed enthusiasts meet the broader dog-loving community, fostering unity, understanding, and shared joy in every bark and wag. So whether you're out walking your dog or listening at home, enjoy the show and keep coming back. Hi, I'm Lisa Davis. So glad you are listening or watching the Bully Girl Magazine podcast. Joining us today is Chris, CEO and founder of Lavish Lifestyle Bullies, located in Richmond, Virginia. Chris, welcome to the Bully Girl Magazine podcast.
Hey, how you doing, Lisa? Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's so great to have you on. Okay, who is that absolutely beautiful dog that you are holding, that Frenchie?
Yeah, so this is my girl, Lavish Lifestyle Bullies, Princess Leia, produced off of our female ABKC champion, Queen Leilani. So it was only nice, the queen has to have a princess, so we called her Princess Leia.
She is stunning. She is beautiful. So I want to ask you a couple questions about your dogs, your love of dogs. But the first question I want to ask is, do any of your dogs do anything funny or different or unusual that make you smile?
Yeah. I mean, you know how the bully breed is. They're just a silly breed, especially these little Frenchies. From the zoomies to just randomly jumping up and down on the couches to, fighting each other, not in a friendly way, but it's sometimes could be funny.
Yeah.
So I just just get a good kick out of watching them and raising them and stuff like that.
That's awesome. Now, when did your love of dogs begin, and then when did your love of bully breeds in particular begin?
So as far as dogs, I've always loved animals. Growing up, I was the kid who had 46 bearded dragons, 3 ball pythons. Yeah,
46?
That was me. So yeah,
wow.
So
I like those. I like reptiles.
So we started off with 2 bearded dragons, and then 2 turned into 46. Yeah. So I was that kid who was always into animals, and we had a lot of dogs. It used to be a lot of, pit bull breeds. I kind of discovered the bully breed in 2015, 2016, and my love just fell in love with them because, like I said, they were always a more, bulkier pit bull, and that was always the look that I liked. So.
Yeah, I love pits. Now, you shared with me a story before we got on today, and you were talking about how you discovered some issues of Bully Girl Magazine and how that kind of led you in a certain direction. Tell us about this.
So when I was a kid, like I said, I wasn't always making the best decisions. When I was 19 years old, I actually got incarcerated for 6 years. And that's actually where I discovered who Bully Girl Magazine was. So, I had a Sally. He had a couple old versions of them. And I asked him, I said, what is that? He said, oh, this is a bully. And I'm like, what is a bully? So he shows me the Bully Girl magazines, and I'm seeing them. And I'm seeing dogs like, Lego My Ego and Lucky Luciano and stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow, are these real dogs? Because
I know,
when
right?
I was, growing up, it was always the little game, skinny pit bulls. So now I'm seeing these dogs that are like cock diesel, and I'm like, oh yeah. So the guy that I was in the cell with when I was incarcerated, he actually had 5 magazines. And I used to just look at those same 5 magazines every day and just study the dogs that were actually in there. Like I said, Lego My Ego was one. I know Bully Girl Mag, he had a Shorty Bull too that I used to look at, stuff like that. And like I said, I just used to just stare at the magazines, and I knew from then on, I'm like, yeah, when I get out of here, I'm definitely going to do something with these dogs.
That's fantastic. What were some of the things that surprised you when you first started breeding? Or did you talk to a lot of people first to kind of get an idea of what was going on with it?
Some of the things that surprised me, just like I said, coming from game dogs, was just how much assistance that bullies need as far as whelping puppies and having puppies, and even down to trying to breed them. Sometimes it can be a lot. So that's where your love for dogs have to come in, because sometimes it can be discouraging when, you might not have a breed intake, or, you might have a dog get sick, or, something like that. But, we really like the dogs, and we really love these dogs here. So it is just that passion just keeps me going every time.
Now, did you start with bullies, like Bullies XLs, or did you go right into Frenchies?
So we started with pocket American bullies.
Oh, pocket, okay.
Yeah. So we started. I always liked the pocket. I'm not really into the bigger, 150-pound type dogs. I like something, maybe 40, 50 pounds short to the ground with that still bully feature
Right.
that, they have. So we started with pocket bullies. I did one breeding so far with that. And then like I said, I've seen their granddad at a show one day. And I usually didn't like Frenchies because I always thought they were little ugly things. But when I seen him and how compact and, muscled up he was, I said,
Yeah.
wow, he looks kind of like he got that bulldogish look and he's not really skinny. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I ended up grabbing one of his daughters.
Oh, nice. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Now, what is the name of the dog that you're holding again?
So like I said, her name is Princess Leia.
Princess Leia. Thank
She
you.
is my keeper off of my first Frenchie litter that we had
She's
with
stunning.
ABKC champion Queen Leilani.
Oh,
And we also show. So
oh, nice.
yeah, we take a lot of pride in showing our Frenchies.
I
So
bet.
we're gonna be showing her pretty soon. Right now she's only 12 weeks old. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Now, is she going to get any bigger?
I think she will. She will get a little bigger, but Frenchies they tend to be a lot smaller,
Yeah.
and the bloodlines that she comes from they stay a lot more compact than your average Frenchie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we
She's
definitely been working with her,
gorgeous.
and she's definitely been showing a lot of show potential, and we can't wait to get her in that ring.
Oh, that's great. What was your first show like?
Well, it was like I can't even explain it. It was like a
Mm-hmm.
first day of school feeling, like all the butterflies and
Yeah.
building up to the getting in the show ring.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our first show we didn't win anything, but it was still a good experience of overcoming that fear of getting in the ring because some people
Right.
can't even do that. So you do that and you're willing to do that, you're ahead of a lot of people.
Oh, that's great. Now, in your opinion, what are the characteristics of a responsible dog breeder?
So the characteristic of a responsible dog breeder is someone who, socializes their dogs. Because I see a lot of unethical breeders nowadays. They're
Mm-hmm.
in it for the money. They're not letting their dogs out. They're not training their dogs, and
Terrible.
I see that, and I'm just like, wow. So for me, I like to pride myself on, just spending time and creating that bond with the dog.
Yeah.
Taking them out in public and being able to show off the fact that okay, this dog can sit and lay down and stay and won't go anywhere. Just to give, the bully breed already has a bad reputation.
Yeah.
So with me being able to go out and show off the fact that I have trained American bullies, trained French bulldogs, that really for me shows a good responsible breeder. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny. My pit bull Blue loves everybody. So we went to the woods today. They were gorgeous. We finally got some snow. It's been raining like crazy. Usually we get a lot of snow where I am, which I love because we live in a woodsy area. It's beautiful. And it's a little bit icy. And Blue sees this guy and he just like, he greets everyone like he's known them forever. So I said, is it okay if my dog says hi? And it's so
Yeah.
nice to feel. The guy's like, yeah, sure. So Blue literally like runs and his butt and tail are moving and wagging the whole time. And the guy's like, well, you got a really friendly dog here. I said, I know. But some people don't say yes because he's a pit bull, right? It's so nice when he could see that this dog was just full of joy and love, but people are still put off by the BS that surrounds them.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's good to be able to just beat that stereotype. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Oh yeah.
And to have, people, sometimes you can see the surprise on their face when they see a dog of that, reputation that is friendly.
Yeah.
So they look at it like, wow, I've never even seen a pit bull this nice before. And it's just like, inside of me, it's like, okay, that's cool knowing that I was
Isn't the
able to change this
best?
person's perspective at least for this one time, if not any other time.
Exactly. There was a couple months ago, I was walking Blue downtown in my town. I live in a small town, and two people were like, "Oh my God, he's beautiful. He's so sweet. He's licking him, and his butt's moving and the tail." Oh, what kind of dog is that? I'm like, "It's a pit bull." They're like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, this is what a pit bull is. People, come on, tell your friends."
I'm
So it
telling
is.
you, you say pit bull, they just think vicious. That's the first thing they think is it has to be vicious, and it's not like that at all.
No, it's not. Let's talk about diet. What do you feed your dogs?
So what I feed them now is like a 50-50 mix.
Mm,
I do have a lot of dogs, and it can get expensive. We tried the 100% raw, and it is good, but I don't think I know. And a lot of people who try to put their dog on raw as far as make their own diet don't really realize that it's a lot more than just putting chicken in a bowl. You know what I mean?
right.
You have to actually know what you're doing and know how to portion it out and know what they're supposed to get on a nutritional daily basis.
Yeah.
And I haven't mastered that yet. So what I do now is I feed Taste of the Wild mixed with, little raw treats that I want to throw in there, whether it be fish for the day or, some ground beef. But I like to base it off of kibble though.
Yeah, there's a doctor, she's a holistic, well, integrative vet, and her name is Dr. Judy Morgan. And I recommend anybody, I have no ties to her, but just look her up. She knows the ins and out of dog nutrition like you would not believe. She's got recipes, so that way you can say, "Oh, I want to make this pup loaf," or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
and it'll have all the right exact ingredients. Because I'm in the same boat. It's hard to know what to feed, especially if you want to feed raw. Like I say every show, I'm sorry, I Blue's on cooked turkey, cooked acorn squash, and peas, but I'd like to get him on the raw turkey, but he has a sensitive stomach. So I'm trying to figure out, how slowly to do it. Now, does Princess Leia have any skin or ear or, stomach issues? Because Blue is a mess.
She hasn't shown it so
Oh,
far.
good.
I have had a bully that has like yeasty paws. Her
Oh,
paws have
God.
turned red.
Yes. Ugh, so
So what
frustrating.
we're doing now is what we found that works is iodine shampoo.
Really?
Yeah, iodine shampoo really is ionized magic. And what we do is we take a bucket that's big enough to put her in. We'll wash her up with the iodine shampoo, let her sit for about 10 to 20 minutes, and then we'll rinse her off and stuff like that. But that iodine shampoo really helps as far as with the bully breed.
Ooh, I should try that. One of the things that my regular vet, because I see a holistic vet and then I see a regular vet, my regular vet told me to put Blue's feet in Epsom salts. And I keep
Mm,
forgetting to do that. So this is it's good that
I
we're
haven't
talking
tried
about
that.
it. Yeah, so just get some Epsom salts and just put some water on them and then you soak the feet in and it's supposed to help with that. Now, how about exercise? Talk to us about how you exercise your dogs.
So what we do is we have an early schedule here about 6 o'clock in the morning. We're letting our dogs out. We're you know letting them run around. We have a not pretty big yard out here in the
Oh,
country
nice.
because we're in the outskirts of Richmond. We're not actually in the city.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we have a pretty big yard out here. We let them. They have plenty of space to run. Um, just play around, just be dogs at the end of the day because that's what you want to. A lot of people are so focused on the money they're not letting their dogs just be dogs. You know.
Yes, that is key. Now, do you ever take the boat taxi? My husband and I, my daughter, in 2019, we went to Alexandria, Virginia. We took the boat taxi to DC, and it was really cool. Do you ever do that, or have you ever done that?
No, I think Alexandria is like kind of more like Richmond is more like a country vibe.
That's true. Yeah,
Compared
Alexandria
to
is. Yeah,
Alexandria is more like a DC city, stuff like that. So
yeah.
I don't even think we have that out here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I told my husband when I retire, I want to run one of the boats. But anyway, now walk us through purchasing a pup from Lavish Lifestyle Bullies from start to finish.
So when we purchase a pup here, the first thing we do is we have where it's like an application. We want to know what kind of space you have. What kind of experience do you have with the breed that you're purchasing? Do you know that a Frenchie can't, be outside in 80-degree weather? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Some people, you got to also have the lifestyle for these dogs because, you have some people who will be like, oh, let me buy a Frenchie and let me just take them everywhere and it's hot outside. You can't do that.
right.
So I like to know that people have an understanding on the breed they're purchasing first. Then we like to check the home, make sure they have the space adequate, make sure they have the lifestyle that'll support the breed.
Oh, yeah.
And, for us, it's always a plus if we have someone who's into showing because that's what I like to do. So if I ever find anyone, I'm always recruiting people that want to get into showing because that's what I like to do. So if we find someone that has potential that shows, we, do that. Well, anyone who purchases a pup from us, we have like classes once a month if you are local
Oh,
or
nice.
over some type of Zoom call, just to because I like to help people that purchase pup from me. I don't like to feel like I'm just selling a dog.
Right.
Some people do purchase dogs for the reason of showing. So for those type of people, I like to be there for them also.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, Princess Leia seems very mellow. Would
Yeah,
you?
she's sleepy. I should have brought out one of
No,
her
no, no.
brothers
I
and
think it's
sisters.
better, right? Because you have to sit here and chat with me. I think it's better than if you have a dog that's like trying to get away or scrambling all over the place. I mean, she's amazing. For people who are new to Frenchies, how would you describe their personality?
These are, like I said, one of the most laid back breeds I've ever had. You see how she's laying down? If
Oh,
I would
she's
have had a
great.
bully,
Hmm.
she would have been wow. But they're laid back, but at the same time, they're just so silly. And that's what I
Yeah.
really like about them. Um, she'll be walking around and just randomly catch the zoomies, and it's just so funny.
I
You could
love
be having
that.
a bad day and just see her do something crazy, and it'll just make your day
Oh,
so much better.
I love when Blue gets the zoomies. It is the cutest thing. It tends to happen when it starts to go from being warm to getting cool. So
Yeah.
sometime at the end of the summer, in the fall, if we have one of those crisp fall days, he'll get the zoomies. Or yesterday when it's like we had a big snow, he came in from peeing and he got the zoomies. It's like something that gets his system going. But I think it is so incredibly cute. So I'm curious too about any goals you have for Lavish Lifestyle Bullies in 2024.
So as far as 2024, we have a couple productions that's going in the show ring.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're gonna start showing our American Bully Stormy.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
we also want to grand champ out Leilani if we can. Like I said,
Oh,
she is an ABKC champion. We're gonna start pursuing her grand champion in the ABKC as well as possibly champing her out on a couple other registries, ICBR, GCR, stuff like
oh,
that.
cool.
We're gonna also start showing these productions that we have, me and a couple of my co-owners that we have, and we're just I'm all about showing. Like I said, I like to sell, like help people that want to kind of get into that world. That's more of my lane. I'm not really into the selling puppies. I'm more into, I'd rather keep my whole litter and show it.
Oh,
And,
cool.
meet people that want to get into that lane and intermingle with people that want to get into that lane rather
That's
than
awesome.
sell to someone, who's, you'll never see the dog again.
Yeah.
I don't really like that type of stuff. So
So she is so precious the way she's lying down. People, if you're listening, you've got to go to YouTube and type in Bully Girl podcast, Bully Girl Magazine podcast. Oh my gosh, she's absolutely precious. So are there certain shows that you try to go to every year, or do you just see like, oh, this one's coming up, this one's not too far, or like talk to us about that and how much you travel for shows, things of that nature?
So like even just this week coming up, this month coming up, sorry, on the 27th, we'll be in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I don't know
Okay.
if you
I'd love to. I'm thinking about it. That'd be
yeah, so we're
awesome.
going to Allentown. We'll be out there showing my girl Leilani.
Oh,
Look at her, she's just so lazy.
I want
So
to
we'll
rub
be
her
out there
belly
in
so
Allentown.
badly. And
Yeah,
play with those ears. I
and I'm
love
trying
the
to get her a good
ears.
little spot, but she just keeps just flopping her body any which way she wants. But so we'll be in Allentown. I do want to start hitting more, like they have these shows that are for Frenchies only.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to hit a couple of those this year if possible. But my main goal right now is just, like I said, getting the championship paperwork for my productions as well as trying to grand champ out my girl Leilani.
Okay. Oh, that is so nice. Now, is there anything in the bully world right now that you see that you hope will change in the future?
Me personally, I would like to see a lot more, like you said, ethical breeders. Some of these exotic bullies, I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of these exotic bullies are, throwing me off a little bit as far as functionality. I like to see dogs still be able to be dogs.
Yeah.
I like to see breeders, be a little more in tune with their dogs. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, it's sad what you'll see some people do for money, when given the opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's people like me and you that are actually passionate about the dogs, and we have to sit here and witness the stuff that other people are doing, but because we don't have the platform someone else might have, it's nothing that we can say to really stand up to it.
Yeah. Now, what do you like about the bully world, the bully community?
As far as I just like the dogs, honestly.
Yeah.
A lot. I've always been just a dog lover. I'm more of an introvert type of person. So
yeah.
If you tell me I have if I got to name 5 best friends, I'm naming 5 dogs. You know what I'm saying? So that's me.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, what was it? I saw something like I can't go out with you. I got to be home with my dog, or don't ask me to go out because I'm not.
Go,
oh no, my
if my
favorite
dog
Friday
can't
night.
go, I'm not going.
No, my
Or I'm going to be on a
favorite.
time limit.
Yeah, my favorite Friday or Saturday night is to be all curled up with Blue, have my family around, maybe have some friends. But Blue has got to be a part of that. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't want to be anywhere else. And dogs they don't live long enough, and I want to spend as much time as possible. It's so important. So what do you think of Bully Girl Magazine?
Oh, I love Bully Girl Magazine. Like I told you, that was the first magazine I've ever seen.
Wow.
And, like I said, I've always liked the concept of the interviews,
Yeah.
And there was camps that I used to read in the magazine. Like I said, I only had the same 5. So I would read the same interviews, but it's camps that I've actually reached out to since being released from prison, and I have relationships with those people on a personal level from seeing them in Bully Girl Magazine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, shout out to my guy, HD Bullies. I told him when I first seen him, like, look, I used to watch Lego My Ego every day on the magazine. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
It's stuff
so
like that.
awesome. That is, I love that. It's so inspiring and it's hopeful, because
Yeah.
people need to have hope and something to look forward to, especially when they're incarcerated, when they get out. I think that is so incredibly important. And someday I have got to meet that. Oh, Princess Leia, you are beautiful. Well, was there anything that we didn't cover today, Chris, that you were hoping that we'd talk about? And of course, we're going to get all the ways to find you.
Like I said, uh we have a litter right now on the ground. They're litter mate sisters. We're about to be showing pretty soon. Um, but that was about it. Like I said, just for anybody out there trying to become a breeder, just don't give up.
Right.
Keep staying passionate about the dogs. Keep grinding, and it'll all pay off.
That's so true. Actually, I do want to ask you one more question because it kind of made me think of it as mentorship. How important is that to have someone that you could look up to kind of teach you the ropes when you're getting into this?
I feel like it's very important to have a mentor, but I also feel like it's very important to have your own vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can have a mentor tell you what they feel like you should go about it. But at the end of the day, you're your own person. I don't feel like you should let your mentor influence you 100%.
Right.
But I do feel like it is important because, it is a lot of obstacles that will happen in this bully game to test you. And it is good to have someone who's been through those obstacles and can, give you some type of guidance.
Yeah, that is a really good point. Oh, I'm going to miss Princess Leia. She is beautiful. Tell us all the ways we can find you. I want to check her out. I know I saw her on Instagram, on your Instagram. So tell us all the ways we can find you.
So we actually have two Instagrams. We have Lavish Lifestyle Bullies. That is just exclusively for our American bullies. And then we have Lavish Lifestyle Frenchies.
Okay.
Which is, exclusive for the Frenchies. You can find us on Facebook, Christopher Birch, YouTube, Lavish Lifestyle Bullies, TikTok, Lavish Lifestyle Bullies, almost every social media, Lavish Lifestyle Bullies. And like I said, we do have the Frenchie page for the Instagram.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Well, Chris, I've so enjoyed talking to you today, and I'm so excited. I love the podcast. Everybody, you can follow at Bully Girl Meg on social media. You can follow me on social media at Lisa Davis MPH. Go to www.bgmwarehouse.com. You can get this awesome sweatshirt and so much other great stuff. Make sure to subscribe to the magazine and also get the Bully Girl app. You can see amazing puppies there. Just go to the Google Play Store or the App Store and you can check it out. Everybody, thanks so much. Keep coming back.